Welcome to Riverbend Talon on WBGZ, brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
Which wasn't exactly what I was going to say, but the show was coming on, so I had to, oh, wait, the show
The
is
show
on.
is on, right? We're talking as the intro goes on. Well, you know.
Anyway, so you're listening to a show
Really?
brought to you by Halpin
Doesn't
Music
sound
Company,
like it.
I think our announcer said.
Yeah, brought to you by Halpin Music Company.
That's right. And Mr. Matt Van Voorhis, Macias Insurance, and Michael Crider, Farmers Insurance.
There you go.
And Cottonmouth.org.
And FamilyFest.com.
Right.
I'm just going to throw it in there,
Right.
too.
No. That's all adding up now.
So
we got a guy from Indiana on tonight.
Yeah, it's because it's a local show, so we're trying to keep it local. So we're staying with the neighboring state of Indiana, which is all the way across the state from us. His name is Reverend Peyton, and Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band is they're going to be playing at a festival here in Illinois. Not this weekend, but next weekend.
Bethalto Homecoming?
No.
Oh, that's going on.
This one's called Family Fest. Yeah, Bethalto Homecomings, I know, I hate competing against that one.
That's
It's
a bad one to compete
It is,
against.
yeah, I don't mind.
They didn't have it last year.
I know. It worked out in my favor. Yeah, I don't even mind being the same weekend as Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
But that Bethalto Homecoming takes a chunk out of me.
Yeah.
Every
and,
time.
Man, the lineup. You got Flatliner, you got Lady Luck, Steve Ewing.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And then across the street at Locks, you got Hookie. So you got Flatliner and Hookie on Friday.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good place to
Borderline and Lady Luck on Saturday.
be. Anyway, other than Jeff Bensman, this is all adding up to a good night. Bensman's going to be waiting outside to kick my butt whenever we walk out of here.
I had to call him up to make sure Lady Luck was playing because I only seen Don Lanier mention it in a post that he wrote.
Huh.
And so I asked him about it, and he's like, I'm pretty sure that, because he's running sound for everything.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I'm pretty sure that's the lineup. But he's like, I'm not for sure, you know. So I'm like, well,
Right.
I better be for sure. So, and then you get out there on social media for Jeff Bensman does not exist.
Yeah.
Right. So
Right.
he's old school. You call him up. And
Go
on,
down in the bars, you'll find him.
He was on a roof.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
Probably spying in on Andy Bensman, trying to steal some licks. That wasn't what he said, but I got just a gut feeling.
I got a gut feeling he's on the neighbor of his brother's neighbor's roof, staring through the window, stealing riffs. There you go.
For those that are confused as to what this program is about, it is about local talent, and it is about what is going on this weekend.
Well, what is going on this week? I know we got Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band coming up here, but let's talk about what's happening in Alton right now.
And that's for the Family Fest down there in, what is that?
Benton.
I always say Rend Lake because that's what I know it as.
Yeah, Rend Lake. It's down by Rend Lake. It's Benton, Illinois. Camp Manitowa in Benton, Illinois.
Right, so we'll discuss your lineup in a bit.
Yeah.
Let's discuss the Thursday lineup in a bit. Right now, right this bit.
Let's do it right now.
Okay, Sea Shanty Sing-Along, 6 o'clock at Morrisons Irish Pub tonight.
Yep.
And Jason Gordon, our guest next week, right on the show.
Yeah.
He is playing at Great Rivers Tap. He
Nice.
just started, 6 o'clock until 9. Cross the line, 7 o'clock at Fast Eddie's tonight. Open mic with Everhart and Light and Jeff Bensman, who we were talking about, sitting in tonight at the open mic at Baker's and Hale, 6 o'clock.
There you go. I might have to stop out there and have a burger and pick on him a little bit. No. Bensman is such a good player. All them Bensmans can play, man. That's why I like giving him a little hard time. All right, who else we got? We got Barbara K, 7 to 8 p.m. It's Music at the Park, and that is at Central Park in Bethalto. That's happening tonight, 7 to 8 p.m.
And at Grafton's Music in the Park, Tanglefoot, 7 to 9. I think they got one more
There you
until
go.
they're done.
Crider, 7 to 10 p.m. at George's Local Brew. There's a fella knows his way around to get fiddle.
Yes, indeed. Butch Moore, 6:30. A little later start at Big Daddy's. in Edwardsville. They're usually 6 to 9, but Butch is like, hey, man, I'm straggling, 6:30. 6:30 to 9:30 tonight.
There you
More,
go.
right? Calvert and Williams, 7 o'clock at the cabin at Judy Creek and Glen Carbon. Scott Marlin, 6 o'clock at the Old Herald Brewery in Collinsville. Eric Lysott, 7 o'clock at Deutsch Village Inn and Pontoon Beach tonight. Every Little Thing, 6 to 9 at the Prairie Inn in Dorsey and Shotgun Creek, doing their Thursday nights down at the Silver Creek Saloon in Bell Mel. That is a Thursday night in the River Band.
That is Thursday night in the River Bend. That's a pretty good Thursday. We got a full page there.
Oh, yeah.
And we got pages and pages,
Pages
here, it looks
and
like,
pages
for Friday and
pages
Saturday,
and,
because I'm holding a stack of sheets here. Let's
And
start
that's why
Friday off.
It's important to remember cottonmouth.org if you get lost.
Yeah, because all this stuff is posted. If you go to cottonmouth.org, it's right at the front. It's the first thing you're going to see is all these gigs.
We do a
and all
YouTube
these
video
bands.
as well for those not in tune to what we in tune to. And that is available at cottonmouth.org as well. But I usually put the gigs in the description for that, and there's no way I can fit them all in there now. You only get 5,000 words.
Yeah, that's just a few more than that.
Yeah. Even if I edit all the little Illinois and cut them down smaller, there's
It's
no
still
way.
too much, yeah.
Just a lot of
Well, there
stuff
you go.
going on
So
around
just-
the River Bend.
Just click it on over to cottonmouth.org. Speaking of what's going on around the River Bend, Friday evening,
Yes, sir.
we got Mila, Raye, Duffy, 6 to 10 p.m. at Morrisons Irish Pub.
Keep going.
We got Dad, Bods, and the pizza delivery guy at the Conservatory. Okay, that's I've never heard of that one, but I like it. And the pizza delivery guy.
Yeah. Was that Tenacious D where the pizza guy jams with him?
Right. It's
Or no, he
awesome.
becomes a fan in that one.
Yeah.
There's a couple different ones
Whew,
where
so,
they instill the pizza guy.
well, hey, that's because everybody's had contact with a pizza guy.
I
Like,
remember a Stephen Banks one. That guy was great. He did like a stage show where he played the acoustic and all these different instruments, but there's a storyline behind it, like he's hanging out in his apartment. And at one point, a cop shows up, and he ends up jamming with him,
nice.
because of the noise.
Sure.
Right.
We got a noise complaint. Whoa, let me
And
check out your amp.
Yeah, exactly. He walks in, he's like, "Is that a Les Paul?"
Right.
That's always good when the police show up and they play.
That's always a nice.
And that could
sign
happen
there.
in this town.
Oh yeah,
We got
Heck
lots of talent. Friday night also pianos, all the pianos you can handle. The Ragin' Cajun Piano Bar. That's why they get their name.
Yeah, there
9
you go.
o'clock. Selena and Anthony 2 to 6 to the Truckers. 7:30 to 11:30 at Fast Eddie's on Friday night. That's the Bon Air, right?
Bon Air.
Anthony Hall, 8 o'clock at Chez, Marilyn's in Alton. The Town Criers doing the VFW in Alton, 7 to 11. The Vault, 7 to 11 at Baker's and Hale in Godfrey.
Nice.
And let's see, Matt Taul, 7 to 10 at JJ Thermos at Eastgate and East Alton. Colossal Rec, 9 o'clock at Doc Holidays and Cottage Chills. They are updating their Facebook page and finally got that going. Back when we talked to Rob Simmons,
Yeah.
he had lost control of how to get on there before, he had got to the bar to manage, right?
Right.
Which happens, right? So
Absolutely.
they finally got around to getting all that squared away now, so that's cool.
Excellent.
Right on. Downtown Summer Concert Series with the Owlz, 6 to 9 at, that's down on Ferguson Avenue in Wood River on
Excellent.
Friday night. Pat Liston, 7 o'clock at the Moose in Wood River.
Very nice.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice, Wood River.
I do. I like me some
Oh,
Pat
man.
Liston. It's a blue mist, baby.
Yeah.
We got 7
Down at the Water Buffalo Club.
at the Moose Club. The Water Buffalo. Suddenly we're Fred and Barney over here.
Mike Harper, 5 to 8. He's doing the happy hour at the Stagger Inn again in Edwardsville on Friday night. Dave Horton, 7 o'clock at the Water Buffalo Club in Edwardsville. The Moose.
You got to quit saying. See, you're making me nervous by bringing that up because watching Fred and Barney, watching the Flintstones would always make me a little nervous because every time Barney and Fred were up to something, they'd get caught, and you knew they were going to get caught,
Yeah.
and it would just make me a little nervous. Like, I just want to see them get away with it once, whatever the shenanigans they were up to.
Do you remember the name of the little magician, that alien thing that used to come and sit on his shoulder?
Oh, what was his name?
Ah, we got you.
I don't remember, but I love Gizmo. Gizmo? Ah, that was the
Gremlins, yeah.
Yeah, that was the Gremlins.
Hey, Kevin Babb is going to be playing 7 to 10 at the Outlet at Edison's in Edwardsville. As Pigpen, he continued to just sit there and go, now, what was that guy's name?
What was that guy's name? I need to know now.
I think there's a ooh in it. Anyways, Benbow City Shuffle, 6 o'clock at Reese's Brewery in Edwardsville. Eric Gales, 7:30 at the Wild E Theater in Edwardsville. That'll be a great show. Double Tap Duo, 7 to 11 at the Cabin at Judy Creek and Glen Carbon. Down and Dirty, 9:30 at Patrick's in Granite City on Friday night. And Scott and Carl, 6 o'clock at the Loading Dock in Grafton on Friday. Wade Trent doing the Aries Winery in Grafton from 3 to 7. Caitlin Herr doing Grafton Pub, 6:30 to 10:30. Steve Mellis is every Friday night at the Hog Pit in Grafton. Money Shot, 6 o'clock at the Rolling Thunder Rally at the Yellow Dog in Warden. And those folks with the Rolling Thunder Rally, they raise money. So that's a charity event for veterans. And that's
excellent.
Money Shot, of course, Michael Crider, Farmers Insurance Agent, sponsor of this show as well. Beowulf, 7 to 11 at Shotgun Creek, 8 o'clock at Schweitzer Fest in Highland. And
Schweitzer Fest.
so I seen it listed on Beowulf's page that they had it from 7 to 11 at Shotgun Creek, saying 8 o'clock.
Excellent.
Right,
okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Do they play like right across from each other? And
I was going to say maybe there's 2 stages. Schweitzer Fest could be a really big thing. I've never been
dunking
there,
tanks.
So. I don't. You know who I need to ask if that's a big thing? Maybe the Great Gazoo could tell me.
That's it. He would know.
The Great Gazoo would know. Took me a minute.
That was a good hint, right?
So there you go. That is the Schweitzer Fest. Also, we got Midwest Salute to the Arts with Rogers and Nienhouse, 6 to 9 p.m. at the Moody Park in Fairview Heights.
Isn't that a weird name for a park?
Moody Blues Park is what I want to say. I don't know why. I want to ride my seesaw there at the Moody Blues Park.
A lot of dates happen at Moody Park.
There you go, man.
Grand Band, 5 to 9 at Long Shot Tiki Bar in Portage Day, Sioux, Missouri.
Yeah.
And check this one out.
All right.
Because one of these bands is playing Framley Fest.
We already mentioned one guy playing Framley Fest, and that was Matt Taul.
Right.
So who else we
with
got?
Stubblefield.
With Stubblefield, with the Stubblefield band.
So go ahead.
Let's see. Here we go. I got it. 314 and Hayes Bond with special guest Bongo Jack. So Hayes Bond, this is not only are they going to, they're playing, so I'll finish this. They're playing 10 p.m. at Broadway Oyster Bar in St. Louis. Good gig for them.
He's excited.
Good gig for those guys. The Hayes Bond's a great band. I remember when they put out that video, I was just blown away by how professional it was for a local video. But those guys, good band. 314, also another great band there. So that'll be a good show at Broadway Oyster Bar.
What night is Hayes Bond playing Framley Fest?
Hayes Bond is playing Saturday evening at Framley Fest, right before Mr. Andy Frasco and his UN will take the stage. Yeah,
that's good. They deserve that
They
slot.
do. This is their 4th time playing at
Working their
Framley
way
Fest.
up that
So.
Framley Fest ladder.
Yeah, they started out as
success.
Almost an open. They started out not as the opening band, but the second band on a Friday. So, and worked their way up to right before the headliner on Saturday.
I got one more from Friday night I was invited to by Jesus himself.
Yeah?
The big guy.
Yeah?
Magic Summer with Jesus Christ Supercar, 7 o'clock at Off-Broadway in St. Louis.
Nice.
Right, so Jesus Christ Supercar invited me to that, 7 o'clock at Off-Broadway in St. Louis on Friday night with a band called Magic Summer. That's a good name.
Excellent. I like it. And that's another good gig for those guys. Off-Broadway's a cool place there. Matter of fact, that Reverend Peyton, who's going to be on our show with us this evening, the first time I seen him play, he was opening for someone over there. I'd never even heard of him, but he has such a unique picking style. He drew me in really. So the band of Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band consists of 3 people.
Right.
You got a drummer.
A big band with 3 people.
Right, at the Big Damn Band.
They're big.
Yeah. So you got a drummer, a washboard player, and Reverend Peyton, but a lot of music comes out of this one guy with a guitar, man. He's
who's handicapped, right?
He lost feeling in his hand right after high school and didn't play for years and sit around contemplating how he would play different if he ever got the chance. And one day Hand Institute of Indiana or something like that called him up, and they figured out a surgery.
Hand Institute.
I think it was something like that. I don't know. But they called him up. They had a surgery or a way of fixing him, and he definitely has a very interesting way of picking a guitar where he covers a lot of. It sounds like two guitars and a bass player up there, basically.
I wonder if John Hand from Halpin Music Company would know
about the Hand
Institute. You know, it's not, we learned when we talked to Jack Twesden that just because he's a Skylark brother, he wouldn't know the Far Gone brothers, right?
Right.
So maybe not.
But it's worth a try because
it gave me a chance to mention Halpin Music Company, one of our sponsors, and they're coming up with their 60th anniversary.
Wow.
October 9th.
Nice.
You going to be there?
October 9th.
We've been invited to broadcast live from
I think I read something about that. Yeah. I heard there was details to follow, and I was waiting on those details.
That was one of the details I just followed you with.
Wow, there we go. October 9th. I'm getting official details right there over there. Are we having a meeting?
Well, pretty much. That's what we do here. How many band meetings have we had? We had band fights.
We've seen at least a half a dozen band meetings kick off right on the show where suddenly some business breaks out and they got to talk it over.
And we're not exaggerating. There have been band fights. There have been band.
Yes, there's even been elderly abuse on this show.
And if we could air what goes on behind the scenes during some of those interviews.
Oh, yeah. That's the fun times.
We would be banned from YouTube, probably.
We would be doing this show from behind bars.
Oh, yeah.
So,
anyway, so let's talk about Saturday.
Yeah, let's get down to it.
Because we've got because I bet you didn't even go through the lineup for Family Fest during that interview. I mean, how would you do that?
I did not do
Reverend
that.
Peyton sitting there going, look, man, I'm trying to bring God to you.
Yeah, I
and
know.
You want to list
right.
off stuff and confuse me.
He is an official reverend.
He is.
And a colonel in Kentucky.
That's right.
So, there you go, man. But yeah, that's...
You can get any degree on the internet. So.
We talk about it on the interview. He explains a little bit of how it's just a formality thing, sort of an honorary thing. But so what's going on Saturday in the? I did not go over the.
Well, let's just stop for a minute. Let's talk about Friday night at Family Fest since we're talking about Friday.
All right.
Give me that lineup, and then we'll do Saturday in the River Bend, and then we'll move on down the line.
Right. So
Saturday, we'll just kind of hippity hoppity hoppity hoopty around it.
Okay.
Right?
Hippity hoppity hoppity oopty.
Yeah, if you can handle that, I can handle it.
I'm going to do my best. So I will give you the Friday lineup down in Benton, Illinois. This is not tomorrow, but next Friday, Labor Day weekend. Doing the big Family Fest down there. We're going to start off 1 to 2 p.m. with Autumn Conkle. Then we got Synapsis. John Johnson's going to be on and off the stage doing magic several times through the day. And then we got Crystal Waters Band from Wisconsin coming down to play. The Fram Jam, which is just sort of a hodgepodge because we had a few people wanting to jam and, they didn't have a band. No. A band member was missing in action, so we threw something together for them. Then we got the Stubblefield Band coming. That's at 7:15 on Friday, the Stubblefield Band. And then finally, but then we got Reverend Peyton, who's our guest tonight. And Reverend Peyton had I think he had a number one, an album that was number one on the blues charts back in 2014. Just a heck of a good blues player. And then finally...
Bottlenecker, right?
A bottlenecker,
oh, yeah.
Indeed.
Extreme.
And then finally, Neil Francis Band, closing it out till 1 a.m. there on Friday evening. So Neil Francis, Reverend Peyton, Stubblefield, that's going to be some fun times out there.
Now, didn't Reverend Peyton request to be part of Family Fest? Isn't that how it went down?
It is. We already had Andy Frasco and his UN headlining for Saturday and Neil Francis headlining for Friday, and I got an email from Reverend Peyton, or a message I think on Facebook actually, saying, hey man, I'd like to be a part of this. And we were lucky enough to make that happen somehow. A heck of a nice guy, a beautiful guitar player, and excellent fisherman also.
Right, which he's going to love, Rend Lake.
Yeah.
Larry Reed used to, he still does probably do reports out of there from time to time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you talk about some crappie. You think the Reverend Peyton likes to eat some crappie? Because to me, there's no better fish to eat than some crappie.
I like some crappie, man. I'm a big fan of flounder and groper. I like to call them
square groper.
They're the groupers, but I like to call them gropers because they're the sexual harassers of the sea.
Right, square groupers.
Square groupers are my favorite kind of groupers.
What an excellent program. Anyway, so that's your Friday night. That's what you're putting up against Flatliner and Hooky out of Taul Homecoming.
That is.
Okay.
I got recording artist Neil Francis, recording artist Reverend Peyton.
Okay.
And
we got recording artist Hooky.
So
what are you going to do now?
So I got synapses.
Oh.
So there you go. I got Hookie's grandson playing.
I'd have to go back through the list there, but I'm going to let you fly on this one. We're going to move on to Saturday here this weekend in the Riverbend and see Alton Farmers and Artisan Market kicking things off at 8 a.m. in the morning Saturday, and then the Performing Art Grab Bag, which is musicians, spoken word artists, actors, all improvising in a mashup. Right?
Nice.
From 1 to 3 at Jacoby's Art Center in Alton. The Skylark Brothers 4 to 8 at Brown Bag Bistro in Alton on Saturday. Here's a festival. Alton Food Truck Festival.
Ooh, nice.
With music by, and on their website, the amphitheater website,
Yeah.
they have music by The Breakdown Shakedown.
Okay.
But I read an article on Riverbender.com that said Groove Thang was playing. So I don't know. Maybe both.
Yeah.
4 to 8 at the Liberty Bank Amphitheater in Alton. And
Nice.
then that's happening on Saturday. Number 4 combo, 8 o'clock at Chez Marilyn's in Alton. Check this show out.
All right.
Daisy Chain, Lofty's Comet, and the Mind Frames.
Nice.
8 o'clock at the Conservatory in Alton. Mind Frames did a Framley Fest, right?
Mind Frames did do a Framley Fest, and I tell you what, I caught their set down here at the Pocket Park a few weeks back when they did the Thursday evenings down there at the night market, and man, those guys sounded great down there. Lofty's Comet was our guest that night, and I saw those guys hanging out down there, but man, the Mind Frames really tore it up down there that night.
Yeah, I want to say Lofty's Comet's doing Bush Fest, just off the top.
Probably. I can't remember on that one, but
So that's coming up October, no?
September
into September.
Into September, last weekend of September, I think.
Yeah. Wade, Trenton, Anthony, and Annie, 2 to 6. Truckers, 7:30 to 11:30. Fast Eddie's on Saturday. Rock Bottom. They're at Chubby's.
Nice.
You got a Rock Bottom at Chubby's.
You're going to get a
6 to
Chubby's
10.
with rock bottom. I don't know.
6 to 10. That's right here in Alton. Pianos, again, as always, at Ragin' Cajun Piano Bar. The Alton Marina is having the 25th anniversary with the renowned Z Band from 7 to 10:30 p.m. at the Alton Marina Pavilion. And unfortunately, the renowned Z Band has never been on Riverbend Talent, so we're way behind there.
Yeah.
Because we should have renowned bands on.
If they're renowned, or maybe that's the name of them, the Renowned Z Band. This is their first gig.
Yeah, that'd be a good name.
That is a great name. I was thinking it was like code for something because it was renowned. It's like Z. What, like Vegas? Who is it? I don't even know.
You know, one type of talent we've never had on is burlesque.
Strippers? Oh.
Burlesque.
Yeah, there you go. It's
close.
Yeah. Close.
Way more artsy, but in some people's mind.
Those girls and their get-rich-quick schemes.
I find dollar bills very artsy.
Yeah, there's
there's a pyramid on the back of it with a big eyeball.
All-knowing eye looking at you.
We've established a new world order written right across the back of it. 13, anyways.
Yeah, we go
No.
I
was wanting you to read the last one. I was setting you up there.
Okay, here we go. We got the Clifton Cabaret with burlesque, including Allure Fiat, Shazzle Dazzle, and Amber Adrila. I don't know.
I'm going Adelaide.
Adelaide. There it is, Adrila. That's Amber Adelaide.
I'm going with Allura Fetty.
Fetty.
Shazzle Dazzler.
Shazzle Dazzler. Oh, Shazzle Dazzler, yeah.
Yeah. Shazzle Dazzler. And Amber Adelaide. Adelaide.
Adelaide.
I
Yes,
did it right
that's
the
a
first
lot
time.
of-
Anyway.
A lot of vowels in that name.
It gets more confusing after that as it goes to the next page.
Oh, wow, there's more. Okay,
So,
great.
Don't
And then
forget
we
the
got
word comedy.
comedy,
Starlet.
and music with DJ Tony, 8 p.m. at the Clifton Terrace Inn. Wow, that's where that's happening,
Yeah.
huh? I did not see that coming.
They're doing a little music too this summer. I think we announced a gig.
Man, I used to love to go out there and get their catfish fritters. I haven't been out there for a minute.
Man,
Sounds
Reverend
like
Peyton's getting hungry. We keep bringing up all this good tasting fish. He's from Indiana. He knows what kind of good fish we got in the
I'm
Midwest.
just saying, they got some good catfish fritters up at the Clifton Terrace Inn.
You need to
there,
hook
so-
him up with Paul Steinbrook. That'd be a good combination fishing story.
Right?
Anyhow,
So that all that burlesque and comedy going on and DJ all going on at the Clifton Terrace on Saturday evening.
Yep.
It doesn't have a start time on it though.
yep.
So just go out there whenever you feel randy.
I think it says 8 o'clock there.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, there we go.
you can get your
There we
glasses
go.
checked there, but
Yeah, 8 p.m. I see.
Keep going.
Then we got cricket and the grilled avocado 6 to 10 p.m. at the Spring Haven Tremont Reunion and Beer Barrel Pub at the Beer Barrel Pub. So there you go. Wow, the Spring Haven and Tremont Reunion.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably people who grew up in Spring Haven and Tremont like maybe in the 80s and 90s, I
people
guess.
you probably toilet papered.
Let's not talk about that. Let's move on and say Hookie's playing. I don't want to talk about any.
That's the Beer Barrel Pub in Godfrey.
I don't need to talk about any
Would
of
you
that.
probably toilet papered too?
It wasn't called that then.
Okay.
Then we got Hookie. You know, nobody was toilet papering anyone in 2020. I just
No.
want to point that out.
Nobody was.
If anyone toilet papered someone else went out and rolled it up and took it home with them.
All because
they
people were
needed it.
wearing masks.
There we go.
Completely eliminated toilet papering.
It was awesome. You just used your
All you had
mask
to
to
do was
wipe
wear
with them. So, anyway, we got Hookie 7 to 11 at Bakerson, Hale, and Godfrey on Saturday evening.
Right. Eric Ryan, 7 to 10 at JJ Thermos at East Cape Plaza in East Alton. Cherry Bomb.
Wow,
Cherry Bomb.
Right.
9 o'clock at Shortstop in East Alton. Tripwire, 9 to 1. There's Steinbrook. Mr.
Yeah,
Paul Steinbrook. Tripwire, 9 to 1 at Doc Holidays in Cottage Hills. He'll be done fishing by then.
All right.
Tanglefoot, 8 to 12 at Locke's Brick House in Bethalto. And then the big summer finale with Butch and Allen at noon. And Mike Keller from 4 to 7 at Blue Stem Vodka in where?
Meadowbrook.
Meadowbrook.
Loving it.
Right.
Yeah.
DJ Atticad, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. at the franchise in Wood River. The Strangers Duo, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And check this out, the Retro Nerds. 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. at the Pump House in Wood River. That's an 80s tribute band that dress up like the nerds from the 80s, right?
I like it.
And they do all 80s music. So all that synth, like, you know, right. Roxanne, put on a red light, yeah. All that stuff. So there you go.
All right, excellent. I'm picturing Revenge of the Nerds.
It is.
Lambda, and Omega Mu.
That's how they look at it. That's how they're all wearing those BC glasses. So yeah, check them out on YouTube. The Retro Nerds.
I like it.
Sarah Shoemake, 7 to 10 at George's Local Brew on Saturday in Jerseyville. Just Jethro. Just him. 3 to
else?
7 at the Prairie Inn in Dorsey.
Who's at the Prairie Inn?
Just Jethro.
Okay, nobody else, huh? Okay.
Right. The Vault, 3 to 7 at Grafton Winery on Saturday. The Cassins River Road Jeep Run with Kickstart. I think that was last weekend, actually.
Oops.
But anyways, 2 to 6 there on that
All
one.
right.
The Fins, 5 o'clock at the Loading Dock in Grafton. Sonic Tonic.
I'm going to take a guess at the Fins. This is spelled with a PH.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's a Fish and Jimmy Buffett tribute band. I could probably way off
I had
on
no
that.
idea this was going to turn into a fishing show.
I had no idea either, but it's going to get even more into fishing as we go along.
Sonic Tonic, 2 to 6, and Jake Weber and the Lonesome Drifters, 7 to 11 at the Grafton Pub on Saturday. Lead Sled, 7 o'clock at the Oyster Bar in Grafton. Dan Grove, noon to 3, and Roaming Home, 3 to 7 at Aries in Grafton on Saturday. Fireside, 7 to 11 at the Gold Bar at Rustic Retreats in Grafton. The Outlaw Opry, 6 to 10 at Wild Pickens Winery in Chesterfield. The 8th annual Childhood Cancer Benefit for the Sam Biggs Memorial Cancer Foundation. They dedicate their money to childhood cancer, and that's a bike show and poker run with Whiskey River 7 to 11 at Red's, and that's a Sage House in Bunker Hill. I mentioned the Just Ethro one. Happenstance 5 to 8 at the Stagger Inn in Edwardsville. That's the happy hour. Dustin Coleman 6 to 9 at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville. Blake Gardner and the Farmers 6 to 9. Should be Blake Gardner and the Fishermen for this show.
Right, and the Fishers.
Right. 6 to 9 at Reese's Brewery in Edwardsville. Danny Callaher, 2 o'clock at the Foundry in Edwardsville. Check this one out. You read that one.
All right, we got...
I'll give you the long one.
The Wild E celebrates the art of fashion. The 8th annual runway show held by the Friends of the Wild E will showcase the fashions of 11 Metro East retailers, entrepreneurs,
and curators.
Okay, and that's at 7 p.m. at the Wild E Theater.
That's
so there you go.
different.
It's a fashion show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is something that probably the first time we've mentioned a fashion show. We've actually mentioned burlesque before.
Yeah, I think so. And I want
go.
to say there's something similar to that happening at the Post Common Saturday. I couldn't quite figure out if someone was bringing their clothes in and just kind of letting you see them, or if it was some kind of, it's like a retro thing. So apologies there that I was confused. I didn't know what was going on there.
Well, there's definitely a fashion show going on at the Wild E Theater, so there you go.
Mike Sonderegger, 7 to 11 at
Just
the...
a lot of E's and G's going on in
He's
there.
the king of E and G's. That's at the Cabin at Judy Creek in Glen Carbon. Beowulf, 9:30 at Patrick's in Granite City on Saturday. Rib Fest with Meatwood Flack. Who else do you have at a Rib Fest instead of Meatwood Flack, obviously, from 2 to 6. And Joe Dirt and the Dirty Boys.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
6:30 to 10:30, and that's at Fireman's Park in Staunton.
That explains the Joe Dirt and the Dirty Boys.
It does.
Mark Quinn's
That's right.
home grounds up there.
We need to get him back.
We'll have to get him on
his
again.
contact.
He's
got his big show probably coming up here around Christmas, right?
He usually does. So, yeah, we'll have to get back in touch. Back in touch with him. Yeah, absolutely.
Money Shot, 8 o'clock at Roosters in Staunton. That's Michael Crider, Farmers Insurance, right there. Got his Money Shot crew up at Roosters in Staunton on Saturday. And I think he's probably up there just to check out Joe Dirt and the Dirty Boys, but don't hold me to that. Pat Liston, 5 o'clock at Copper Dock in Pocahontas. I'm so proud to have Pat Liston comment on one of our videos.
Yeah.
I think we should move him to the most famous guy we've ever interviewed now. Just move him up for that reason.
There you go. just for commenting, just for giving us a thumbs up. We're going to make you. He's such a nice guy.
He is.
Nice dude.
Checking out the Bonnie Bramlett video. Yeah. Jonathan Baker, 3 to 7 at Long Shot Tiki Bar in Portage des Sioux on Saturday, and Scott and Michelle Acoustic. And check out where they're going to be.
At the patio at Brian's house.
Right.
So Michelle just told me the other
That's Egypt Lake.
It's Egypt Lake. Okay.
Just so you know.
Michelle, I was on the phone with her just a few days ago, and she told me, what did she say the guy's name was? She said, have you ever heard of, I don't know, Joe Blow? And I was like, unfortunately.
And the Dirty Boys.
And the Dirty Boys. I said, no. And she said, oh, he won The Voice, like season whatever, season 6 or something. And she said her daughter is promoting her first show ever, and that's who she's got.
Oh.
And I said, oh, where are you going to do that? And she said, well, my backyard. You got to start somewhere. I started in a backyard.
Well,
You got to start somewhere, man.
I mean, not everybody has Bonnie Brown for a neighbor anyhow. So
That's right. so
yeah,
there you
Scott
go.
and Michelle Acoustics on Saturday, and check it out. Scott and Michelle Acoustic on Facebook. Sunday. Wait, though, we'll stop and break now and have a quick message from FamilyFest.com and the lineup for Saturday's big event coming up Labor Day weekend at Rend Lake, where the crappie are going to be biting for Reverend Peyton. He will not be playing on Saturday. He will be fishing.
He will be fishing on Saturday. That's right. So Saturday, we start the music at 1 p.m. with Steph Plant. And she's going to have some musicians with her, including some musical bowls being played while she sings. She's got a beautiful voice. Then we got
Mike.
She has
her own sound bath to go with her show.
Yeah. Wow. Well, it's musical bowls played to her music. Oh. So, then we got Michael Lay.
Remember that Moth song?
I do. Awesome. She's a great songwriter and just got a beautiful voice.
Every time I see a moth, I think of her now.
Yeah, it's every time I see one fly right into a flame, I think, what a stupid animal. No,
yep.
I'm just kidding.
You only live for one day.
That's right.
Remember, because the moth planted its eggs on her.
Yeah.
And she couldn't move. She had to, protect the eggs.
Protect the eggs until they hatch because they don't. Yeah. So there you go. Steph Plant is kicking off our Saturday down in Benton next weekend at 1 p.m. Then we got Michael Lay. We got Gordo, who's going to be our guest next week. The amazing one-man band Gordo. The Sandwich Brothers Band. Stone Sugar Shakedown. Mr. John Johnson will be on the stage several times again doing magic. And then we got Hayes Bond, followed by Andy Frasco and the UN. And that is the Saturday lineup for Framley Fest.
Right? Does it go into Sunday?
It does go into Sunday. And all we've got on Sunday, we're going to do some repeats. Autumn Conkle's going to give us a second set, and Michael Lay's giving us a second set, and Hayes Bond is closing the show with the second set.
At least you hope those folks survive, and can make it for that second set. And by that I mean because of too much fun.
Yes. That's what I'm hoping I can make it to Sunday too. I'm hoping I'm awake to see that happen.
Right.
So
eating a mess of fish.
Eating a mess of fish that old Reverend Peyton caught.
That's right.
And so there you go. That's who we got coming up.
We do, in just a bit. As soon as we run through Sunday's lineup.
Do it. All right, we got Sunday. We got Cross the Line 1 to 5 p.m. and Hollywood 5, 6 to 10 p.m. at Fast Eddie's Bone Air. We got the Car Cruise with Jay Hollinger and Anthony Nanny 1 to 5 p.m. at Baker's and Hale and Godfrey. We got Shell Shack at Martin's Tunes and Eats in Wood River. Anastasia Hamilton, 2 p.m. at the Pump House in Wood River. Who else we got? We got Kurt Copeland open mic night 4 to 7 p.m. at Uncle Owlz in Jerseyville, and then Scott and Carl 2 to 6 p.m. at the Grafton Winery. Then we got, what's this one? We got the benefit ride for Jamie and Damian Young. Jamie Young
passed away tragically in a motorcycle wreck, and so Damian's his son, and so raising money for the family there. And having a remembrance.
Nice.
And that's going on Sunday at the Hog Pit. We got to turn the page here.
Yeah.
Just like Bob Seger would, right?
Here I go, turning the page again.
All wheels welcome. They'll meet at the, they're going to have a little ride. So they'll meet at the Hog Pit at 10 a.m., drive to Nutwood city limits.
Right.
Then to Michael and AJ's and back to the pit, where the Big Deal Band is going to be making it a big deal from 2 to 6 at the Hog Pit in Grafton. Condolences there, and get out and support on Sunday at the Hog Pit.
Absolutely.
The Rockers, 3 o'clock at the Loading Dock in Grafton. Lead Sled, 2 o'clock at the Oyster Bar in Grafton. Jim on Keys, 1 to 5 at Grafton Pub. NGK, 1 to 5 at Aries in Grafton on Sunday. Robert Perry and the Original Mojos, 2 to 6 at Wild Pickens in Chesterfield. The Grand Band, 2 o'clock at Bella Vista Winery in Maryville. Corey Ebbett, 6 to 9 at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville. Strings and Keys, 3 to 7 at Hoodats in Collinsville. The Double Wide Duo, 2 to 6 at the Cabin at Judy Creek in Glen Carbon. Catfish Willie Duo, 6 o'clock at Patrick's in Granite City. Meatwood Plaque back at it, 2 to 5 at the bar Little Inn in Marine. And see what it says?
Barn.
At the end there, Pigpen, it says message for address. These are the best parties ever.
This sounds like something I'm very interested in.
Yeah.
Anytime someone says, "Look, I can take you to this party, but I got to blindfold you because we can't have people know," and you're like, "Oh, this is going to be the best ever."
So that's a Meatwood Black party at the Barn in Marion. Right?
There you go.
Message for address. Exit 52, 2 to 6 at 3rd Chute West in West Alton, Missouri. Roaming home 3 to 7 at the Long Shot Tiki Bar in Portage de Sioux. And Pat Liston 2 o'clock at the Boathouse in St. Charles. Man, dude.
That was a long
look at
list.
That. 40 minutes worth of gigs.
Long, and all we've been doing is
we
list
goofed
them,
off quite a bit.
Yeah, so there you go. And if you're going, yeah, but we don't understand any of you went through it so fast, just go to cottonmouth.org. And when you're out cruising around and you're thinking where to go next, pull it up on your phone. It'll help you point you in the right direction.
Yeah. Labor Day weekend, we're talking about Framley Fest. You can find out more at framleyfest.com. Pigpen just gave you the lineup. We're going to hear from Reverend Peyton and the big damn band. Well, it's actually just Reverend Peyton.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's just Reverend.
Right. And by the way, Sunday at the homecoming, Steve Ewing that weekend, and then Whiskey Ben on Monday. So
man,
big weekend.
Again, competition everywhere.
Anyhow, just
right.
wanted to get you ready for here we go. Got it?
Yep.
Go.
Welcome back to Riverbend Town. I'm sitting out in Pigpen, and I'm sitting here with the Reverend Peyton from Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fantastic.
Doing fantastic.
Really good, actually.
And just before we get into who you are and what you do for the listeners who don't know you, I'm sure a lot of them already know you. The Reverend Peyton, you are officially a Reverend.
Technically. I'm also a Kentucky Colonel. I collect titles like some people collect stamps.
I'm a doctor of journalism, not really. So you are a reverend. You ever performed any marriages, or is it just strictly so you can when you get pulled over, the cops are like, Reverend Colonel Peyton, you can go, sir.
I've done several dozen weddings, I reckon.
Nice.
Quite a few.
Any other official duties you performed as a reverend?
Oh man, I don't know.
none you want to talk about here. So that's cool. And then you say you're a colonel.
Yeah, Kentucky Colonel. It's like being knighted in Kentucky.
Right on. So do they have their own army, or is it a militia? What are we talking here?
No, it's like being sir in England. You know,
Okay.
it's like being knighted. So like they usually don't call up those sirs to sort of fight a war. It's more like it's like a service award.
Right, like Sir Paul McCartney or Sir Elton.
Exactly. Yeah, it's more like a service award. They give it for community service awards, kind of what it is. Really.
Gotcha. Now, curious, they gave you that title down in Kentucky, but you, sir, are not from Kentucky.
No, I'm from Southern Indiana, but just right across the river, basically. So,
right on. Now, you born over there in Indiana, one state over from us, and you were a guitar player in high school. Guitar player from what age did you get started picking on a guitar?
I started playing when I was 12. I started giving lessons when I was 13.
Wow.
By the time I was in high school, I was playing in a lot of bands. Like at the time and the place, it was like the animal circuit. Like the Lions Club and the Moose Lodges, those kinds of things. And then I, of course, had my guitar students at that time. So, I've been a professional musician in some regard or some respect since I was 13 years old.
That is pretty good. Ray Charles cut his first album at 12, so he's got Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Wrong, Stevie Wonder. Anyway, so your high school though, now you had a little issue right after your graduation with your arm, where you couldn't play.
It was my hands. Yeah, I don't know if you can see on this the scar on the side of my hand. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But I had to have surgery on my hands, and it messed me up for a while. Like that, it kind of it probably made me a better player over time and overall. I sometimes wonder what would have happened if I'd kept progressing the way I was at that time instead of having to take a year and a half off. But ultimately, it made me a better player. And in that time, I met Breezy, And we started playing together once I got my hands back in the game. And, you know, I learned a lot in that time about who I was and what I was, you know, just me personally, you know, what it's all about. So, you know, you just sort of have to kind of roll with the punches. Like sometimes I say that maybe it was one of the best things that happened to me in a way. But at the time, I sure didn't think so.
Well, sometimes a big blow will turn out to be a blessing in disguise. Herbie Hancock got fired by Miles Davis, and he said it was the best thing that ever happened to him because he would have never been anything but a member of Miles Davis' band.
Yeah,
Really
that makes sense.
Yeah, got a chance to spread his wings and fly. So,
yeah,
I had read that you spent some of that time, some of that downtime with the hand injury, contemplating if you could play again, how you do it a little different.
Yeah.
Is that somewhere a lot of that interpersonal growth on the guitar came from? Is just contemplating, taking the time to think of how to do it instead of just doing it?
Well, you know, I decided that I was going to focus my entire everything on fingerstyle and slide and country blues and get away from anything else and anything that anybody else was doing. I was only going to be my own player, and that was it. So, you know, ultimately, like that alone, you know, was good, and it caused me to sort of, you know, better myself in other ways too that I wouldn't have had time for. I had to let all my students go, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm a better player than I am a teacher anyway. You know, I'm not patient enough to be a good teacher, so it works out. You know, it all, you know, in the end, it works out.
Well, and in that downtime, as you mentioned, you met Breezy.
That's right.
So, and you and Breezy got together, had a little date, went to a state fair maybe. And
that's right.
I heard something about a bear with a funny name being one.
Well, I mean, that's how we named the band. Is I won this giant bear, and the guy it was like one of those, you know, carnival experts that guesses ages and weights, and I had him guess my age. And he was 23 years off. And because of that, I won the biggest prize. And he didn't believe it. You know, I had to show him my ID and everything. I'm still not as old as he thought I was. Let me just say that. And so he was way off. But I won the giant prize. But, you know, looking back, I may have also lost that one. But, yeah, I was 19 years old. And he guessed that I was 42. And
had you been?
You know, I'm not 42 still. You know what I mean? So it was he was way off. But I called it the Big Damn Bear, and so that's actually where we got the name for the band. Was for after that prize. I had a really bad habit back then of saying everything was big damn. Like that's a big damn truck. That's a big damn this. I don't know. Just like I said it all the time. So.
And that was the Big Damn Bear.
Mm-hmm.
And so, were you like at the end of a 3-day bender when he gets that age? Or I mean,
no, man, I don't know. I mean, I look about the same. That's kind of the crazy thing, is I look almost the exact same as I did then. So I'm hoping that maybe I'm coming into my own. Now I'll start to look younger. If I can remain looking the same way,
right.
That I'll start to soon. I'll start to look younger than I am. That's my hope.
10 or 15 years from now, this is going to play to your advantage. This is going to work out well for you, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping.
So once you,
I hope it doesn't work out where I always am going to look 20 years older than I am.
Right.
I don't think I do anymore. Maybe I did then. I don't know. People thought I was older. I mean, they always did. I mean, I started going in bars to see live music when I was 14 or 15. I had, when I first went into, there was a music venue that I used to love to go to. The first time I went in there on my 21st birthday, when I was actually able to go, I've been coming years, and I've been coming in there for years, and they're like, "You're 20, like you've been coming here for years."
Oh man,
going to see live music. So, live music is a lot of times in bars. So I was always desperate to try to get in those places to see where the music was.
Right. Yeah. Because for some of us, the vibration of live music is going to church. It's our ritual. It's what we need to keep going. And man, it's been tough for the past year with that 2020 not seeing much live music. So super happy to be back seeing live music. Really excited to have you coming down to Family Fest in Benton, Illinois, not too far from your home there in Indiana.
No, it's not too far at all. And this is going to be, these are really this is going to be a part of our first real tour. Like we've done a couple of shows here and there, but it ain't still back. Like these next few shows and are really our first shows back.
Nice.
So it's going to be we're excited. Let me tell you.
Good.
Great.
We are excited too. I want to thank you so much for taking a few minutes of your day. I know you got a busy schedule. I know you got fishing to do. The down there at Family Fest, it happens at a place called Camp Manitowa. It's a kids camp, so it's where kids go in the summer. It is connected to I think a 40-acre lake called Lake Hamilton, where we got kayaks and canoes. You can just take it, Will. You don't even have to tell nobody. A lot of good fishing in there, I believe. But we can find there's a lot of little fishing lakes around there we're going to try and hook you up with. What I was saying right before it froze up is one thing I've learned about you is you have another obsession other than music, and that is fishing.
Yeah, I do. I love to go fishing. And in fact, during the shutdown, at the worst of the pandemic, I basically went ahead and got my sort of fishing guide license, and I started doing a little bit of fishing guide stuff just on the side. I knew I wasn't going to be able to play music, and I was like, I'll be fishing anyway, so might as well do that, take advantage of the time. And so I had people from all over the country coming to do some fishing trips, did all kinds of stuff, from big giant catfish to wading creeks, chasing largemouth and lakes, you name it. I fished 20-some countries as we traveled around the world playing. We played in 38, and I fished 20-some. I love fishing, man. It's definitely one of those things that I really truly enjoy outside of music. It's a very it's just a nice way to connect with nature in a way where it's different than like with hunting. There's no catch and release, right? With fishing, you can catch and release, or you can catch and keep, right? But most of the time, it's catch and release for me. So and all you're doing there is you're just educating fish. You're giving them a nice education about what not to eat and sort of how to behave. So I'm out there a lot of times when we're on the road. Maybe before the show for a little bit or on a day off. I'm out there educating a lot of fish, man.
You are an entrepreneur. You're like, well, I'm going to go fishing anyway. I might as well have someone pay me to tag along, and I'll teach them some stuff. That is nice. And I love the way you look at it. Educating fish.
That's right.
Do not fall for that same worm again, sir. Camp Manitowa is located right on Lake Hamilton, the festival grounds. You can walk right up to the lake, and there are boats there you can take at will, sir. And I hear there's some pretty good fishing going on out there. Cool.
Well, maybe we'll get some time while we're there. I tell you what, though, I'll be honest, man. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to do some picking. Fishing sounds great. Maybe it'll happen, but I'm ready to play the show. That's what I want. I want to get back to. I come home after a few days of guiding, and I told Breezy, I said, hey, I was put on this earth to play this guitar. I can't wait to get back to it. I used to think that the best job in the world was being a fishing guide. I was always jealous of the fishing guides. Like, oh my, that's the best job in the world. Let's go. And then I did it. I'm like, no, no, I don't ever want to be a fishing guide ever again. I want to play music. That is what I put on this earth to do. Put me back in front of that microphone with my guitar. Let me do it. That's what I want to do.
We're looking forward to it in just a couple of weeks here down in Benton, Illinois. and you are coming down. We've been talking about Breezy. For those who don't know, Breezy is your better half, we'll say.
Yeah, Breezy, my wife, she's the washboard player of this band, and she's the real brains behind the operation. And, you know, we've been together doing this for a long time, 15 years, nothing but this. You know, we've played 48 of the 50 states. We played 38 countries, 4 continents, and, you know, played even at sea on, you know, some like the legendary Rhythm and Blues cruise and Flogging Molly's cruise and stuff like that. So, you know, we've been, you know, a lot of places in this planet we've been able to play music, and you know, I feel real lucky. It's been hard this last year and a half, but you know, I'm just really hoping for a good fall. I want to get out. I want to see people. I hope that you know, I just really hope for some really good shows. We need it, you know, for our soul. You know, not just because it's what I do for a living, but I mean, I do this for a living because it's what I've always done, what I've been compelled to do my whole life. You know, it's a passion. It's a relentless, almost obsession. Obsession makes it sound bad, right? It's I think when you're obsessed with something that's positive, there ought to be a different word for it. But it is. It's I'm just on a constant quest to better myself and to make better records than the last record. And this record we got, our brand new record, I'm just super proud of it. I'm proud of the music videos we made. I'm proud of this record. The band played good, and I want to get out there and play it live for people, because as special as the record is, there's nothing like being able to get out there in that community setting and share it with a crowd live.
As much as I love listening to albums, and I've spent tons of money on it, the vibration of live music is just always been a little bit different than the vibration coming out of the speakers from the albums or whatever. I'm one of those people like you. I've missed it, and on this show we've talked for the past year and a half about not just the musicians, the venue owners, the sound men, the crew.
Yeah.
A lot of jobs were on the line, and you know, the entertainment industry, basically the live entertainment industry, basically shut down. And
completely shut down. Absolutely. And you know, when people kind of don't realize just how big the music industry is. And I don't think people realize how important music is to their lives. You know, in every aspect of your life there's music involved, be it the background music on a TV show or a movie you're watching. It's constant. If you watched a movie or a TV show and they took all the music away, it would ruin the experience, and it'd be weird. You'd be like, what's wrong with this movie? Like, what's going on? Maybe you wouldn't realize at first, like, why it was weird. But you take the music away, and the whole vibe of everything you've ever watched your whole life in terms of that is messed up. Video games have music.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Everything. So you think that even other genres of entertainment, other types of entertainment are absolutely wrapped up in the music business. And then for us, a band that plays real, from the heart, handmade music, we have to go out live to do it. Our records don't make us money. Nothing else makes us money but going out to do it live. Yeah. So my crew, my band, our management, our publicity, the record labels, the agents, everybody needs us to get back on the road, or else they don't have money, you know. And I've worked really hard this last year to keep my guys paid. You know, I had my one fellow that works for me. He's like, Rev, if you'd stop paying me, I'd have lost my farm. And you know, we can't let that happen, right? We can't let these people lose their homes. We can't let these people do that. And I've just fought tooth and nail doing our live streams and everything we can. But, you know, people are starting to get burned out on that. So we have to get back there on the road. We have to do it. We have to do it for ourselves. We have to do it to keep the lights on, keep the engine light off. We got to do it, you know?
Yeah, well, we are, like I said, we are super happy to have you coming down to Benton, Illinois. Labor Day weekend. You are playing Friday, September 3rd. And man, with our whole crew's excited. Been a lot of people just this morning. the day that I recorded this, I said I played one of your songs, The Ways and Means, on KDHX, and the phones lit up afterwards. People talking about, hey, he's coming to Farmington, Missouri. Hey, I saw him play here. So people are passionate about it, man. I know the one time I saw you play so far, I can't wait to see it again, because the one time I saw it, anytime I can't pick up what someone's laying down right off the bat and I have to pay attention, it tickles me inside. And I couldn't quite, from the back, from standing by the soundboard. I tend to stand by the soundboard. That's usually the sweet spot in a room, where the sound man's got it dialed in. And from there, I couldn't quite pick up everything you were laying down. I had to go up and lay my eyes on how you were picking that guitar. It's a very unique method you've got, sir.
Yeah, that it's on record. It's the same way. I'm the bass player and the lead guitar player. I'm the rhythm guitar player and the lead guitar player. I'm playing all the melodic parts myself. The band is just drums and washboards. So all of the melody that's coming out is being done by me. And, on record, people think it's overdubs, but it's not. We do everything live to analog tape. And if you come out and you see it live, you'll get to see it happen. And I've even had people that didn't believe it live. They see it and they just don't believe that it's happening. They think I'm doing some using loop pedals or something like that, but it's not. It's just, it's all me. And it's that old school, fingerstyle country blues way of picking. It's kind of a dying art, and I am just a disciple of it. Is what I am. I love it. I live for it. I'm always trying to push it to new places and do unique, interesting things with it. And I just this last year, it's like a reminder that it's what I was put on this earth to do. We talk about fish, and I always say, when I was a little kid, I was really weird. I was kind of like I am now, and just didn't really, I don't know, just didn't really connect. I connected with older people, not necessarily younger people, and I was just kind of like an alien. People, I think they thought I was an alien, and when I always say this, you take a fish out of water, right? And you throw it on the ground and it flops and it looks stupid and it's got its mouth moving and you think, look at this dumb thing, right? But then you throw it back in the water and the way it moves is so magical. And you realize, like, that's because it belongs there, right? Like it's almost, like divinity, the way it moves. I mean, it's that high art, the way a fish moves. It's one of the most beautiful things to watch a fish swim in water. It's just incredible. And that's what I feel like when I was first handed that guitar. I felt like I was put back in water. I'd been outside the water my whole life. And, I'm just ready to pick that thing up and get back in front of people and kind of be put back in the water again.
Well, I am looking forward to seeing you drop back into the stream. And I know you've been out playing a few shows. You played down there at Carbondale, Illinois, a couple weeks back. And
yeah, that show got canceled.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, weather. The tornado come through or something, knocked down trees. We couldn't play. It destroyed the stage and the PA system. So all the folks that were out that way, how far away is that from 20
minutes?
That's what I was saying. It's real close. All the folks that couldn't make it, please come out there. We want to make this happen. We want to kind of give us a do-over in that area, please. That was a disappointment. We've had so few shows in the last year and a half anyway, and then that one got canceled because of a storm. It was really disappointing. We were all ready to go.
Oh, I think we're freezing up again there, Rev. Are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm good.
Well, hey, man, I think we must be running out of Zoom time or something because they're freezing up on us again. It just said they gifted us an extra couple minutes on my computer. I don't know what that is. But anyway, hey, thanks so much for hanging out a little bit and talking to me tonight. Can't wait to see you down in Benton on September 3rd. And you and Breezy and Max, it's going to be super exciting, brother.
Well, thanks so much. We'll see you there. And that's Max's neck of the woods. He's from near that area. So, everyone should come out and, if nothing else, to see him play them drums. It's worth it just for that. And, we'll have the whole big damn band, myself and Breezy and Max, and we'll be ready to go. I promise you.
Can't wait, brother. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in just about 2 weeks or so.
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks so much for talking with me.
Thanks, buddy. I'll talk to you. Hey, I'll catch you. We'll see you down there in Benton September 3rd, man. Really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks so much.
No problem, bud. We'll see you then, man.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.